morning everyone. My name is Samruddhi and I am from 10th standard. Today I am going to explain you about the topic of modes of reproduction and what are the common ways of reproducing asexually. What exactly are the modes of reproduction? There are mainly two modes of reproduction which through organisms reproduce. First is the sexual mode of reproduction and second is the asexual mode of reproduction. In asexual mode of reproduction, only a single parent is involved. That is, the single parent divides itself to form new organisms. There is no copying of DNA or the exchange of sex cells or the gamete cells in the asexual reproduction. Now, talking about what is sexual reproduction, in sexual reproduction, basically two parents are involved, that is the male parent and the female parent. They reproduce asexually by the exchange of DNA and the sex cells and also the gamete cells. Now, what are the most common ways of reproducing asexually? There are two ways, that is the binary fission and the budding. Here the diagram shows about the binary fission and the budding of Hydra and amoeba and leishmania. This is binary fission in amoeba, in which the amoeba cell, which can divide on any plane, divides into an elongated cell first and then divides into two daughter cells. The nucleus divides into the two daughter nuclei present inside it. And this is the binary fission in leishmania. It's the longitudinal binary fission, that is, it divides only in the longitudinal form. It's also called as Kala Hazir. Now this leishmania divides up into the longitudinal form and divides into two leishmanial organisms after that. Now this is the most common and the prominent way of reproducing asexually, and the second way is the budding. The budding is very common in Hydra and the yeast. On the Hydra, the outer growth like bud could be seen, that is the tentacles which take the food for the Hydra itself, provide the food for bird also, and it grows. When the bird is completely grown along the Hydra, it detaches itself from the Hydra and grows into a new organism. That is how the asexual reproduction in budding takes place. Now these were the modes of reproduction asexually. In case of sexually, when the organisms try to reproduce, there are involvement of two organisms, that is the female parent and the male parent. When they combine, they have the exchange of sex cells and the gametes inside them, and also the genetical information, that is the DNA, that is exchanged, which is copied into the organism. Organism is formed. It is not the exact copy as that of the parents in asexual reproduction. In asexual reproduction, the organisms are the exact copy of their parents, but in sexual reproduction, the organisms have the same body structure as that of their parents, but not the same exact copy of their parents. This is where the variation takes place in kind of asexual reproduction, whereas there is no variation that is happening in asexual mode of reproduction. This was about what are exactly modes of reproduction and how organisms reproduce asexually. Thank you.